All right. So my name is Eric, and over the past month, I had the great opportunity to be working with drones. I learned how to build a drone, how they work, but mainly I learned how drones can be used as a tool. And many people consider drones as just a toy or something to fly around, but I and my expert consider drones as a tool. Drones are used in many ways. They are used in the military, they can be used in agriculture, in government services such as firefighting, police, scientific experiments like volcanoes, drone racing, and drone deliveries. Now, in the military, there is many dangerous situations where soldiers are going into areas that are unidentified. So, with the help of a drone and a camera, they can fly around the perimeter, search the area, see if it's safe to move forward, and they can proceed with their mission. It allows the Marines or the Army to get a good view of where they're going, and it'll prevent any loss of life. In agriculture, drones are used to monitor endangered animals. There's many endangered animals in everywhere around the world, and scientists have found a way to use a drone as a tool to protect the animal. They have implemented speakers and cameras on a drone and monitor the animal 24/7. And whenever there is a danger close to the animal, they use the speakers to scare off the animals that are trying to harm it. Um, Government services such as firefighting and police. Now, firefighters are one of the dangerous jobs on a daily basis. Being able to monitor the perimeter, like I said, before entering really helps them out. And especially with police, if they're going into a situation where they don't know what's going to happen or what's coming, they can fly out the drone, search the area before going in, see if there's any hostages, how many enemies there are, or just to look at the perimeter. Scientific experiments and volcanoes. So drones are cheap. They can be expensive or they can be cheap. People use drones to put very cheap cameras, build them easily, and fly them around dangerous areas where humans can't go, such as around the volcanoes. Drones have the ability to go up above volcanoes, go close down, take a picture, and not worrying that if it does get struck by anything or it breaks, it's cheap, it's made, people can make it easily, and it's a great tool to capture some amazing moments. So drone racing, drone racing has become pretty famous in the past 2 years. People have found ways to use VR goggles. If you guys know what that is, it's virtual reality. They would put the goggles on their face and they would fly the drone with like the view from the cockpit of the drone, you can say. It's very miniature. The one I have crafted is pretty big, but the one for racing is kind of small. Very high speeds going around obstacle courses, and it's given the ability for some people who are disabled and don't have the ability to actually go out and do sports because they can't. This has given them an opportunity to still compete and experience this, for themselves, and it's become very popular, and it's still going. There's going to be many national races going on. If you guys are interested, you can look that up. Drone deliveries. Now, drone deliveries is something new that's going around. It's been used in small areas in Africa where there is no roads, like small villages, to deliver medicine, to deliver packages if needed. It's a very great tool. It's also in Europe, there's been a drone crafted to help as first responding emergencies. So if somebody in the area starts having a heart attack before somebody calls the emergency or 911, it's 85%, it's like 25% chance for the person to actually survive the heart attack from all the time that it'll take the emergency responders to get there and actually help the person. There's a drone that was crafted that can be flown out to about 100 miles, 150 miles per hour towards the direction of the incident, and we'll get there in about less than 5 minutes. They talk to the people around, and it will be able to be set next to the person and actually help them on its own, vibrate the chest, and start giving, shocking the body if needed to save the, I guess, the person who's having a heart attack, and that brings up 85% chance for them to actually survive. So the tools that I used to craft my drone, which is a fishing drone, was AutoCAD. It's a 2D, 3D design. It's a computer-based software. So what you do is you use the software and you design the model on the computer. You can take a look from a 3D version, from the 2D, the size, the bottom, and you design it. And then after that, you can go ahead and print out your blueprints and craft your actual drone. I was also able to use the saws, the big saws, to saw out some frames with my expert. My expert is, he builds drones, repairs drones for anybody. He doesn't charge too much, but these things can get pretty expensive. It kind of matters which one you're building or repairing. Also use a soldering to make all my connections. It's a heated up pen, which allows all the wires and a very thin kind of metal to melt on the electric board to make all its connections. And my drone, it's right here. So I had the ability to make a tool, and I wanted to make something unique. And I was gonna build a really big drone, but it can get expensive. So I thought of building something smaller, but a tool that people can use every day. And I started doing research and came up with, I saw some videos of fishing drones and how people would use their actual fishing hook. They would tie it on the drone and fly it out to a middle area of the lake or wherever they were fishing to get a better area to where the actual fish are. So what I did was I took the basic drone, I implemented the fishing part, the unique tool down here. So I have the basic motors. This is the back, this is the front. These are your speed controllers, which allow the motor to connect to the main board to send signal to each motor to control it. If the drone might be going this way, it can send a signal to balance it out. In the middle goes the battery, and down here is the fishing mechanism where you can tie your bait or whatever. You can put it down to about 5-6 feet and fly it out to wherever you want or the certain good spot in the lake, and you can fish. The only issue I had was I was afraid I was going to catch something too big where the drone couldn't pull it up and it would, take it down with him. But that was the only issue. I did take it out a couple times, but I was hoping I didn't catch anything. I didn't want to lose the drone. But it's pretty, if with some more work, if I had more time, maybe implementing some kind of another tool to help it actually pull any kind of heavy fish or whatever you catch out. But that was my main project over the 4 weeks. The main thing I learned about was that this is a tool. It can be used as a toy. It can be used for emergencies. It can be used for great photography, or you can just use it to fly around. It's the future. And every day somebody is finding a new way to use this and is making a tool to help themselves or society in the day. Thank you very much.